Meet the amygdala, your tiny alarm system that screams squirrel before your brain even finishes thinking, what's that noise? Scientists discovered it can fire up in just 0.02 seconds, faster than your phone loading a cat video.
Aha, Doodles.
That tiny almond triggers the stress hormone cortisol, numbing your logic center faster than when Wi-Fi drops during a crucial online game. Instead, your amygdala hijacks the steering wheel, sending a panic text to your body before you even see the bear's fuzzy nose. That flood of adrenaline hits so fast, it bypasses your thinking brain faster than a snail on a roller coaster. That ancient wiring means your heart rate can spike 50 beats in seconds, turning a minor mistake into a full-blown emotional sprint before you can even sip your tea. That panic response dumps a sugar rush of adrenaline into your blood, making you feel like a caffeinated squirrel ready to fight a toaster. This triggers the release of cortisol, a stress hormone that Dr. Robert Sapolsky says can actually rewire our brain's response to stress. This ancient fast track, mapped by neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux, hijacks your logic before your coffee even hits the mug. Would you like a doodle of a brain wearing a tiny hard hat? Instead, the amygdala sends a red alert text to the hypothalamus, which instantly shuts down your shopping cart to save resources for survival. But hold on, dopamine rockets from the ventral tegmental area to the nucleus accumbens, turning your brain into a banana-flavored reward machine. Actually, James Olds and Peter Milner first found this by accidentally zapping a rat's septal area, making it press a lever 7,000 times an hour. That same spot lights up like a looped TikTok dance when you get a surprise candy bar. Scientists found monkeys would press a lever thousands of times for dopamine, skipping meals just to chase that digital high. This ancient wiring tricked our ancestors into seeking rare salt and sweet berries, just like you crave that one cookie before bed. Actually, our brains evolved in the savannah, not the snack aisle, so that sweet craving was a survival tool for rare energy, not just a midnight snack hunt. That ancient tiger detector still fires, churning out a flood of cortisol that makes your heart hammer like a drum solo at a rock concert. Enter the prefrontal cortex, the brain's chill director that only fully signs the lease at age 25. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk found that mindfulness can calm this emotional storm, like a pause button on a wild video. And guess what? That ancient CEO actually names itself the prefrontal cortex, acting like a gentle Control plus Z for your digital rage. That CEO showed up roughly 40,000 years ago, letting us swap an explosive tantrum for a deep breath, like hitting pause on a buffering stream. That upgrades your brain wiring, turning you from a tantrum-throwing toddler into a strategist who checks Google Maps instead of crashing your car. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio found patients without that gut-feeling guide couldn't even pick what cereal to buy for breakfast. While Phineas Gage lost his filter after a railroad spike shot through his forehead in 1848, he didn't just yell at baristas. He became too impulsive to hold a job. But unlike 1920s neurosurgeon Walter Freeman, who lobotomized hundreds to silence emotions, our amygdala just want to keep us safe from real danger, not emails. Think Phineas Gage's iron rod in 1848, but our brain's own manager decides if that meeting is actually an emergency or just a loud email. This brain boss, about the size of clenched fist, actually debates if a buzzing phone is a roaring predator or just a notification. So it sends a quick text back saying, "Stand down, fam," turning that roaring phone into just a boring text from mom. You basically become the brain's own chill DM player, rewriting the script before the panic party even starts. That's exactly what Gross calls reappraisal, like swapping a scary movie screenshot for a funny meme before the panic really hits. That same amygdala fire gets mapped by researcher Joe Ledoux, proving our panic room has a secret exit door we can actually learn to find. Our brain's emotional map has a GPS, thanks to neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux's work on the amygdala and its emotional escape routes. That cool older brain needs a few extra years to finish building, like a house waiting for the roof before the party starts. Scientists call this period neuroplasticity, meaning your software keeps updating even after that roof goes on. That means your brain isn't stuck in stone. It stays moldable like Play-Doh until your mid-20s, letting you reshape your reactions anytime. Think of it like finding a secret cheat code that lets you choose your mood instead of the usual crash and burn glitch. That practice builds a superhighway in your gray matter, letting calm zoom past the angry traffic jam every time. This calm superhighway helps your brain work like a well-organized app, prioritizing feelings and reactions with ease and clarity. Take a deep breath like you're deflating a runaway balloon. And scientists found this simple act actually strengthens the brain's braking system over time. Just like your phone updates to run smoother, that new calming route gets faster every time you choose it over the grumpiness glitch. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux discovered this calming process helps rewire your brain, like a mental GPS updating its maps. Meet the prefrontal cortex like a bouncer at a brain club, deciding what emotions get in. That bouncer needs 8 full hours of shut-eye, or it throws a tantrum and lets every brain zombie emotion crash the party. Research shows that with less than 7 hours of sleep, our emotional regulation takes a hit, like a phone on 1% battery. Poor sleep leaves our prefrontal cortex unable to hit the pause button on that emotional panic button. That means your brain might treat a lazy Tuesday text like a literal lion attack, which is a wild overreaction. So instead of a full-blown fire drill, think of it as a glitchy spam email that your brain tries to open by accident. That nightly reset shrinks the cortisol flood by up to 30%. So your emotional traffic light finally turns green. And guess what? Your gut hosts 10 times more neurons than a smartphone processor, running a whole nervous system on its own show. That means it chats constantly with your head via the vagus nerve, sending text messages faster than your group chat. Those enteric neurons number around 500 million, acting like a second brain that sometimes argues about pizza toppings while you try to focus. That highway floods the brain with mood chemicals, like a sneaky delivery drone bypassing traffic to drop off happy feelings. That delivery truck drops off serotonin here in the gut, which is why skipping lunch makes your brain throw a tantrum like a toddler denied a screen. Your gut, which houses the vagus nerve, actually sends stress signals straight to your brain faster than a buffer icon spinning forever. Meanwhile, your amygdala, the brain's "look mom, I'm cute, but also dangerous" alarm, hits the panic button before you even see the roller coaster drop. That emotional echo is actually the mirror neuron system, acting like a free brain upgrade that lets us catch feelings from friends emoji. While wolves and bees sync too, our brains evolved wild mirror neurons to turn a shared laugh into instant team power. That viral feeling hits when your mirror neurons fire like a group chat reaction, but only if your nervous system doesn't short circuit first. So instead of scanning alone, you actually sync up with a calm pod. That's the term researcher BJ Fogg uses for borrowing chill vibes in real life. That Harvard study found people with warm ties stayed happier longer than rich folks stuck in lonely, fancy mansions. Just like your phone dying, isolation kills joy fast. And guess what? A single 20-minute hug from a pup can slash anxiety, proving fuzzy friends are nature's original stress busters. That cuddle release actually dials down cortisol, the stress hormone that makes you snort laugh when you're actually scared. So instead of a bakery license, we got the storming of the Bastille on July 14th, 1789, which was basically a group text gone horribly viral. Instead of losing his cool, Lewis focused on yeast and flour, proving that kneading dough can melt down a crown-crushing crisis faster than a viral tweet. That same calm guided mission control's Gene Kranz to power up a backup system using an exact number of feet of duct tape. That same focus helped Apollo 13 astronauts turn their fear into fuel, just like our brains calm down when we count backward from 10 while waiting for pizza. But before apps existed, Romans like Seneca kept a nightly journal to audit their temper tantrums, turning big ego trips into quiet stories. Marcus Aurelius didn't just guess. He scribbled meditations on campaign in cold Germany, proving even emperors needed a daily pep talk from themselves. And Epictetus, born a slave in Greece who walked with a limp, taught students in a cramped Roman room to spot the difference between a sneeze and a meltdown. Fast forward to psychologist William James, who noted that changing our body, like standing tall, can actually trick our brain into feeling braver. Then came the 1990s when UCLA psychiatrist Daniel Siegel coined "name it to tame it," turning brain glitches into a game of emotional tag. So next time rage sparks, whisper the emotion's name, and your inner prefrontal boss will hit an instant pause button on that drama. Just imagine your amygdala as a glitchy update popping up before you hit the smooth, high-speed download of logic. That wave fades fast, like a viral meme losing steam after the first scroll, so you can steer the ship. Dr. James Gross says we can learn to surf these emotional waves by practicing mindfulness, like a pro at a virtual reality game. And while we aren't clicking mute on our feelings yet, labs are weaponizing gadgets to track those tricky mood spikes before they crash the party. Even Major League gamers now wear brain-sensing headsets to train focus, turning mental turbulence into a level-up moment right on the screen. Dr. Rosalind Picard's work at MIT helps people control emotions using wearable tech, like smart glasses that sense your mood. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech researchers taught machines to spot frustration by reading your pulse, turning a tantrum into a quick, funny pause button. That's why neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett suggests naming your feelings to shrink them, like a cheat code that instantly lowers your volume. Research shows that labeling emotions can reduce their intensity by up to 50%, a fact proven in UCLA studies. Dr. Matthew Lieberman found that naming emotions calms the amygdala, like hitting pause on a panic playlist. Psychologist James Gross proved that simple reappraisal can drop brain activity in the emotion center by nearly 30%, like muting the volume on chaos. That means your prefrontal cortex acts like a chill undo command, letting you cancel out a rage-fueled delete all before you hit send. This is where neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux's work on emotional regulation comes in, kind of like a mental timeout button. Instead of forcing a freeze, your brain sends a quick pause text to the amygdala, letting you swipe left on panic before it sends. It's basically an emotional unsubscribe button. Think of it like tagging a photo on social media. Your brain recognizes the name and secretly taps the brakes on the chaos. In 2012, researchers found this labels your feelings like tagging a photo, instantly dimming that internal alarm clock so the wild part stops screaming. That mental break lets your brain tag feelings like a selfie, swapping panic for a calm, like without crashing your whole system.